Hey, Railbirds, Kevin here. We have some Scotch Doubles Gold Division match starting now. We have Steve Register and Becky Way versus Dominic Orejudos and Tammy Warford. The Fargo rate number you see at the bottom of the screen, that is the average of the two players. So Steve Register has a Fargo rating of 517 and Becky Way has a rating of 398 for an average of 458. And Dominic is a 508, Tammy's a 410 for an average of 459. So pretty evenly matched. All right, got a nice spread on those balls. Made a ball. Cue ball's in a pretty good spot. All right, I like solids mainly because of that that 3 ball is blocking those 2 stripes up there. All the other solids go somewhere. The 2 ball is the only solid that's really kind of in a weird spot. The 5 and 6 go. That 7 goes in the bottom right. Definitely like solids. Just gotta take care of that 2 ball. Yeah, players all day have been having problems with the speed of this table. It's been rolling too fast for them. So overrolled his position on the 1. Now Tammy's got to figure something out here. It's called the 2 in the side. Probably just want to leave the 2s hanging in front of the side, pocket the stripe. Oh, well, Maiden ended up making the 7 in the process. All right, looks like Steve Register is going to come to the table for the team of Register/Way. He's called the 14 in the corner. It brings Dominic Orejudos to the table. Yeah, about the only solid he has a shot on is this 1. We can get to the middle of the table for a shot on the 5, then they can draw into those other 2 solids to break them out. Of course, you don't really have to break them out. You can just roll this in and shoot the 6-2 combination up table. And that might be what she elects to do. To just roll this in and not try to break them out. No, she had something else in mind. So we're playing BCA, CSI rules 8-ball, which is alternate break, rack your own. So Normally it's rack your own, but in the case of Scotch doubles, either team member of the Scotch doubles team can rack, and the other person can break, or you can rack. You can rack your own, or you can rack for your partner. All right, gonna get another shot at this 5. Now from here, you know, you could play the 2-6 combination to the corner after shooting the 5, but it's not nearly as lined up as nice as the 6-2 to the other corner. Question is, why is it so dark in here? It has to do with the lighting over the streaming tables. Like you can see on this table here in the foreground, the lighting looks much different than the tables behind them. The lights on this table are brighter than the ones behind it, so properly exposing for this table makes everything else just go dark. So
Table 39, Kalash and Clark. Table 39,
they used to have the same lighting on every table as as the streaming table, but this year they have different lights over the streaming table, which are brighter than the other lights. So when you make this table brighter than the others, that makes all the other ones look darker by comparison. So if I raised up the exposure so that everything else was brighter, then the foreground table would probably be too bright, overexposed, washed out. So we don't want that.
On table 43, Gwen and Perry. Gwen and Perry, you're on the clock.
Yeah, nice shot. Just shoot 11. When you come back for the 9, just make sure you leave some angle. So like center of the table would be perfect on this shot. Whoa. And there's that, the speed of the table getting away from the players again. It's been a recurring theme on this table. Overshooting the position. All right, Steve's going for broke. He's going for the bank. I'd be looking at sending the 9-ball up table, the cue ball. He's looking at sending the cue ball up table myself for safety. Yeah, that's going to cost him. And Dominic doesn't have to do anything. There's no need to do anything crazy here. You can just shoot a stop shot on the 6, shoot the 8 up table. I mean, you can try to get position on the 8 to the same corner, but no need. It's only a 7-foot table. Shouldn't be a problem shooting the 8 up table. Nice shot. All right, The team of Orejudos and Warford takes the first game in this race to 4. This is gold division. We have 3 divisions of Scotch doubles, silver, gold, and platinum. And we've had 3 matches on the live stream today, and we've had 1 match from each of the 3 divisions. We had a silver match to start the day, then just finished up a platinum match. Now we get to see gold. And going back to the topic about the lighting being dark, for tomorrow, I think I have a little bit of room. I think I can raise the exposure a little. I think I still have a little bit of latitude. I think I can raise it up a little without blowing out the highlights on our feature table, just to brighten things up a little without going too far. But I can't do it now. I have to do it when the matches are over. So that'll be for tomorrow.
Okay, second chance tournament. All divisions, second chance, Scotch doubles. Must sign up by 10
All right,
p.m.
brings
tonight.
Dominic to the table.
Playing will start at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Sign up at Bad Boys. All divisions, second chance Scotch doubles. Must sign up by 10 p.m. tonight. Play will begin at 9 a.m. in the morning. Sign up at the Bad Boys.
He does not have an easy shot, no matter which ball he shoots at.
This morning.
Yeah, nice shot there, Dominic. Oh, I guess that 5 does squeak by the 3 because she's electing to take care of that 5 first. Oh, nice try. Rango, no, SVB is not playing in this tournament. Oh, did he bump that 14 over where it goes now? I think he did. She can shoot that 10 in the corner, draw back just a couple inches for that, I believe that's the 11, 13, 13 in the side. And come down for either of these 2 stripes to the other corner. All the solids are out in the open. It's just that 8-ball is going to be a bit tricky to get to. I don't think that 8 goes in the side. It might go in the corner. I can't tell if that 11 is sticking out too far or not. The I just had a look. The 11 does go by the, or the 8 does go by the 11. So yeah, all the solids they go. The 8 does go in the corner. Yeah, the main issue here is just going to be the 3 to the 7. Make sure you maintain proper angle on the 7 to make getting to the 8 easy. So in this shot, I would just stay above the 10. You know, stay at that far end of the table. You know, go 2 rails back and forth. You know, back towards the center of the table. She's going to try to come down table, but if you stay up table, it allows you to just go back and forth, and it would allow you to maintain the correct angle on the 7 to get to the 8. By shooting out with the left spin and trying to come down table, you know, unfortunately she's got him on the wrong side of the 7. We're getting to the 8. It's going to be more tricky. I think he actually has enough angle he can go to the rail and back across, so it's not the end of the world. But he's just going to have to work a little harder now. Oh, get there. Oh, can she see even the edge of it? If she can see the edge of it, well, that's all she needs to cut it in. And even if you don't pocket the 8, if you just get it over there close to the corner, one, it'll cause some difficulties for your opponent with the stripes. And 2, it'll be in a good spot, should you get to the table again. Whereas right now, it's not in such a good spot. Nope, they're calling for a ref, so it looks like she's going to be kicking at it. No, she's shooting straight at it. Oh, nice shot. Get out of there, cue ball. Woohoo! Nice shot there, Tammy. Man, that was a heck of a shot, especially being stretched out across the table like that. Nicely done. All right, off to a 2-0 lead. All right, let's keep it up. This is a race to 4. Oh, I started going over the rules earlier, then I never finished. So yeah, alternate break. You can rack for yourself or rack for your teammate. So the same person that racks doesn't have to be the one that breaks. You don't have to continue the same rotation when you go from one game to the next. So just because one teammate shot the last shot of the game, that does not mean the other person has to break the following game. Yeah, and it's call pocket. It's always open after the break, even if you make a ball on the break. The 8 on the break does not count as a win or a loss. And if you scratch on the 8, you're shooting at the 8 and you scratch, it's not a loss of game as long as the 8 is still on the table. It's just a ball and hand foul. For those of you not familiar with BCA Pool League 8-ball rules, CSI rules, yeah, Dominic says, "Yeah, I don't have to leave her an easy straight-in shot. I can leave Tammy anywhere. Just let her see the ball. She can make it." All right, Steve Register at the table now. Yeah, these stripes are looking pretty good. Yeah, with this pattern, looks like you're going to be forced to save the 13 for last. And 13 to the 8 is not ideal. But they can make it work. Shoot the 11 in the side, roll forward, bump to 6. Looks like it'll bump to 6 out of the way. Well, actually, it depends how you hit it. I mean, if you... Yeah, that... It's also entirely possible I wasn't seeing the angle properly. It looked like he could avoid doing exactly what he just did. It looked like to me, it looked like he was gonna. He could have hit more to the left of the 6, but obviously not. So now that's a problem. And what Becky just did was okay. Even better would have been to bank that 13 a little bit harder so it's up near that 12 so you have a breakout ball. Like if you could have banked that 13 up near the side pocket, that would provide a really nice breakout ball should you get to the table again if they don't run these out. Oh, they're going to break it out for him. That was nice. That was nice of Dominic. Of course, Dominic's partner might not see it that way. Did he overdo it? I think she's just got the angle where she can draw back. If she shoots that 12, cheats the pocket, shoots the 12 to the left side of the pocket, she can hold up the cue ball and draw back for the 8 in the corner. I don't think she has to go around, but I think she's going to go around anyway. And how the 12's back tied up again right where it was before. That 12 really wants to live over there behind the 6.
Hello.
Hey, look who's back.
I'm back. How's everybody doing?
Good. We're watching some pool. Just being chill.
Right on. Cool.
Everyone took their chill pill.
Yep, I did too.
Right, you can go after this 6 right here.
Huh.
Either try to play position for the 6 in the same corner as he's going to shoot the 2, or try to run into him. And speed control has been pretty difficult on this table for most of the players, so trying to play position for the 6 in that bottom right corner is going to be pretty tough. So just run into him. Of course, probably want to run into him a little bit harder than that.
Yeah, and he's made the 12 even worse now for Steve.
Snooker is always chill.
Yeah. Don't need no stinking chill pills. I do. Sometimes. Right. Did you tell the people about the money added to this tournament, this week of tournaments?
I did not.
$45,000 added by the Chinook wins throughout all of the stuff, the events that are going on. 45,000, and this is a regional event.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, was it 176,000 total prize money? Was that what it said on the poster?
I didn't look at it, but a bunch. There's over 900 singles entrants signed up, and by the time when team starts, there's going to be 1,550 players here.
That's a lot of people in this room.
Yeah.
Well, they're not all going to be here at once, but
yeah,
that's how many people are signed up for teams.
They play it on 2 tables each, so you'll have anywhere but 8 to 10 or 12 if people are carrying subs.
Bounce, get some angle.
There's Ozzy Reynolds.
Yeah, he's been hanging around.
Yeah, he's right here to our left. Talking to Bill Henderson.
Yeah. Ozzy Reynolds of CSI.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good.
CSI very curious to see how this, when single starts here, it is gender neutral. Boys and girls all play together. It's broken up by Fargo rating, and CSI is really curious to see how this works.
And what about teams? Are they doing mixed teams also, or is there a separate women's division for
There
teams?
is a separate women's division, but I think there's a lot more women playing on just the teams because it's based on your Fargo rate, not whether you're a master or an open, which was, I mean, if you've followed the Western BCA or part of them, you've seen the difference in what the spread of those numbers are based on what they are now about with the rankings of players. It's the Fargo has narrowed that gap so much that they really needed it. Mr. Pong Panika have to get him in here to talk about Jam Up Apparel and what they're doing. Now they are sponsors of and joined with BEF.
Oh, nice.
All right. cut this 7 ball in, and does the 6 go past the 12 in the corner?
I hope so.
Yeah. She said she was trying to, she told her partner, I was trying to bump into it.
It might go, man, that is tight.
But you know, you just float it in, let the cue ball roll out for a shot on the 8 up in the corner, and if you don't make it, you undercut it if anything here, right?
Yeah, you don't want to hit the 12.
And if you run into the 12, it comes out, but you just roll it in and let the cue ball roll out here for straight in on the 8.
Oh, nice shot there,
Very
Dominic.
nice shot.
Well, one thing I didn't tell the viewers this match was open communication is allowed amongst the players. Oh, no.
Just barely missed it.
Yeah, Tammy made a really nice shot on the 8 ball last game to win the game.
Yeah, open communication. You can talk to your partner, but as long as it's from your chair.
Yeah.
You can't walk around to look at an angle or come up to the table or anything like that. But yeah, it has to be from over at your chair.
Was this going to block the 8?
It looks like it's going to.
It's going to block the 8 and move the 8 over. Wow,
That's a nice roll.
yeah, that worked out.
How they rolling? Depends on who you ask.
Yeah. I can't tell if they have the angle where they could just kind of like just bank the 8 up the middle of the table and let the cue ball roll over to that right side rail where they don't have a shot on the 12. Looks like the 8 might be a little too far this way. Might not have the angle for that.
Yeah.
But it's close. Even if you brush the 12, brush the top of the 12 a little bit on the way by, it would still be okay. I can't tell if they have that angle available or not, if that shot's available.
Yeah. And she's talking to her partner over here, and he's actually standing at the.
Yeah, I don't think that's available. I think the cue ball's going to hit the 12 a little too full.
Yeah.
All right, I think she just called the bank. All
He
right.
did, yeah. Yeah, I can't, yeah. One pocket and curl it in.
Looks like she's kicking at it.
Yeah.
Oh, Dominic. They're both wearing a white shirt. And I can't see their face on the camera, so I get them confused a little sometimes.
This could have worked, landed a whole lot worse for him. I mean, it's not bad. The 12 has to be cut.
You left distance, cue ball on the rail.
Nah, just off the rails.
Yeah, this is definitely missable.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Steve, all he has to do is make the ball, and his partner should have a shot. Oh no, he's rattled it.
Man, he's gonna leave the cue ball right back in that same spot.
Oh, you got a blocker ball for the scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go by. You just don't have to duck. All right, stay down and put this ball in the hole.
Be the ball.
All
right, get funny.
Cue ball's frozen to the end rail. Straight in, length of the table, and frozen to the rail? No, it's not straight in.
It's not straight in.
No, but this is not an easy shot. A lot of the beginner players don't know how to shoot from a rail. A lot of your median, your average players don't know how to shoot right from a rail. Nice short stroke, but overcut it.
All right, brings Dominic Orejudos to the table. See, because I asked him how to say his name, I have to. I have to say it as often as I can now.
Yeah. He's just going to cut this in and follow it up right out of there.
Oh no!
And
All
he's
right, I
left
think
it straight in for
yeah,
Steve.
that 8's gonna find darkness this time.
Yeah. All you got to do is make the ball, Steve. There you go.
All right, register and weigh on the scoreboard.
Woot woot. Mountain to comeback.
And I think it's going to be their break, too.
Hey, even better.
Right, looks like Steve will be breaking. And I did say you don't have to rack your own balls. You can rack for your partner.
Yeah, you can. When you see Steve's using the regular rack, other people are using the magic rack, and you can use whichever you want here. There is no. But
yeah, they're not mandatory, unlike unlike at BCA Nationals where they are mandatory.
But that's only for the 9-ball.
Is it only for the 9-ball?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Steve's eyeing up this 12 ball here. Trying to think what he's going to do here to get up this 13. And how we're going to take care of the. Looks like the 13 does pass the 4. Don't know what they're going to do with the 15. This angle here, 3 ball's going to come into play, trying to come around table to get on the 13 or the back side of the 10. Yeah, I didn't think he could slide around it and miss all of that. I don't know. I didn't think he could miss that 3 ball, and he wasn't able to.
And just having a little chat with Robin,
Yeah.
trying to work out some scheduling issues here. They got finals scheduled on 2 tables at once at the same time, and trying to figure out how we can show both of them. And the short answer is there's no easy way.
Yeah. Oh, look at this cut
Oh,
shot.
that's a
Nice
nice
shot.
shot.
I didn't think she could see through there. Is it going to come out for the 13?
No, that's just going to come up short.
He'll have
That's
to play
a 15.
the combination.
Okay. I thought that was the 7, but that's the 15. Okay, so he can at least he can see a stripe. Either the combination or the looks like he's looking at the billiard.
Well, he's called the 15 in the corner, playing the billiard off of the 13.
Yeah, that's easier than the combination from here. Although neither one's an easy shot.
Yeah.
They're both difficult shots, but I think the billiard is less difficult. I don't even know if you can make the combination here. That 5 might be in the way. Like I'm not.
No, I don't think so. The 5's off of it quite a ways. He almost made it.
Did he hit the 5 first? Because I mean, I saw the 5 move.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some of you people watching on YouTube, you'll have to go back and single frame through that and see if you hit the 5 first.
The chat room will let us know in a little bit.
Yes, they will.
They're good at that. Ramil, get on it. Snooker, did you see it? Where's Jeff?
It looks like the 5. It looks like the 5 does pass the 15, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, and it does go to that upper right-hand corner as well if it doesn't, but it does look like it passes. You can play the 1 in the side.
Ramil's on it. He's all over it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's a good shot.
Yep.
Shoot the 5. Do you try to hold it up for the 6?
I like the 7 and then the 6.
Yeah, he can follow back over for it.
Yeah.
Just get past half table.
Yeah, just,
He's gonna shoot the 6 first.
Yeah, I think going for the 6 first, I mean, you can definitely make it work. It's just, I think that's
working
less, seems less natural. You're working against things a little bit.
Yeah, going against the grain of the shot. And then a ball out in the middle of the table is harder to play shape on than a ball next to a rail or by a pocket. And there you have it.
So if Ramil says it, then it's got to be true.
Uh-huh.
He wouldn't steer us wrong.
There was a big gap between there, and the way it was the way he was shooting at it. Oh, look at this roll! The way he was shooting at it should have been a good hit. That's why I wasn't even watching it like that to see if it would have been.
Yeah, this isn't even an easy safety. You can bank the 15, but it's hard to get to the 8.
Yeah, I'd call the bank and play safe, and just do a little pop bank. No, that's not bad. It's a tough shot.
She almost hooked him.
I like the bank, just popping it over because it's putting it near the 8, putting it by a hole, hopefully, If you end up on the rail below the 8, you might be in trouble.
Trying to get Mike Zimmerman in here. He's not having any of it.
Yeah. He cut us in. Nice shot.
Nice.
Ho, 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 ho. No, that was a few months ago.
Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, that's nice. Bank it and hold your cue ball.
Yeah, hold the cue ball so that if you don't make the 8, then they gotta bank they gotta bank their way out.
Yeah, stiffen it up a little, so you need to cut it a little bit more so you don't too rail it. And when with the trying to hold the cue ball there, you're stiffening the angle up.
Yeah,
It's going too right.
No, it's not. But she couldn't hold the cue ball, so I think she had to cut it too much to be able to hold it. And unfortunately, left a pretty nice shot here. All I gotta do is just make the ball position on the 8's automatic. Just roll forward. Just roll it in.
Is it just going to miss the 8 or way miss the 8? Because it maybe between the 8 and the diamond there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, if he just rolls it, it's going to be close to the 8, but I think he'll miss the 8. Oh, he overcut that by a lot. So it widened up that angle for the cue ball. So
gave her all kinds of room.
Gave her all kinds of room.
Did you? You probably did, but explain the Fargo.
I did.
Averages.
I did, yes.
Okay.
And I told everyone what each player's individual Fargo rating is.
Oh, right on. That's what happens when you come in late. These are
some sponsors for the event.
Yeah, sponsors. Most of these were sponsors of the tournaments that happened yesterday during the warm-up, the fun day warm-up, whatever. The 10 ball and the Scotch doubles. And what a great place to have a pool tournament, too, out here on the Oregon coast.
It's absolutely gorgeous out here.
Casino is right on the beach.
Dominic going for the second ball break.
Made a ball in the side pocket. And got a couple of clusters here at the end of the table.
Yeah, that's
and probably like solids too.
That's what happens when you use that second ball break.
Yeah, and there, we've talked about it. It's been a little while.
I like solids. The only real problem is, like that 3-6, but the 3 gets you to the 6 in the other corner. If you can get good on the 3, so start with the 1. Which that's about the only ball you can start with, I think.
Yeah. But that side ball, the side break, the cut break, that was great when the 8 ball counted on the break. Now it doesn't. So why lose control of your cue ball, which is what, you lose control of whitey when you do that.
Yeah, but even though the 8 on the break doesn't count, the second ball break was good at making the 8 on the break. But even though the 8 on the break doesn't count anymore, the second ball break still has the advantage of you're more likely to make a ball on the break. You don't come up with a dry break nearly as often.
I don't have that problem.
But even though you make a ball on the break, you usually end up with clusters. If you break them, down the middle of the table, they spread real nice, and sometimes you make a ball.
No, most of the time I make a ball.
Sometimes I make a ball.
If you ever learned that Glenn Atwell break, you'd make a ball. And that's, cue ball up in the air and or hops backwards to the center of the table or up in the air and we're on a bathroom break, Steve says.
All right, players are on break. I'm gonna go take a quick break too.
All right, I'm gonna sit here. Vendors around the room. Truffles R Us, Cindy Medina. Billiard art next to us. On our left, to our right, hustling. Players Club Limited. Dave Lauer with his Q. His Q storage. We have Bagel Box, Ernie Amore with EOQs. Also, got a bunch of Roger Pettits. Jesse's Billiards down there. Jam Up Apparel. And I think that's it for vendors here. Looking around the room. Look, we're back from break here, so. Becky's got this 10 ball and just roll it in the side so she can either leave Steve on the 9 or on the 13. She'd like to have been rolled down a little further on the 9. Steve could have followed forward and broke up this 12-11, but looking at it on the other view, it actually doesn't look like it's that off angle for a combination. What happened to my mouse? There you are. You see angle a little bit better there, and it's pretty straight. It's not pretty straight, but it's it wasn't as tough as it looked from the other angle. She's gonna have to play shape for either the 9 ball coming out or just hung it. Yeah, because the way the cue ball was going, it was gonna be hard for her to get a shot. You have to hit it pretty hard for the 12 to go forward or to come around, then get Steve a shot on the 9 ball. See what Dominic's options are here. Looks like the only ball he can really see to make is the 7 ball down table. And I don't know, maybe it looks like the 2-4 may be in the way for that. He's cueing like he was looking like he was shooting right at it. It looked like the ball was sticking out there. It was. Just caught the 4 on the way. At least 2 solids, and it was a good hit. Now, what is Steve going to do with this here? He can play the 9-11 combination. You want to hit it easy, and if anything, you hit the side rail first, because your cue ball is going to be heading towards the end rail here. So if the 9 ball hits the side rail, then the 11, it'll be going towards the end rail. If you cut the 11 and the 12 ball is going to come back down the rail. So You have to, or the not the 12 ball, the 9. Oh, he's straight at the 11. I didn't think he could see through there. Steve's left Becky. She can shoot the 9 ball. Just roll forward a little bit, and that'd be a nice angle for Steve to be able to cut the 12 in and come back across table for the 8. She doesn't need to do that. She just needs to shoot this ball in the hole, roll it in. She's jacking up on it. Was trying to draw it back over. But yeah, she just needed to leave Steve a cut shot so that he could go across table for the 8. Tammy's got a nice routine shot here to start with. She could just pop this forward for the 6 ball. Nope, hold up. That, you know, if you're gonna hit it high, you gotta pop it a little bit so that it kind of slides off of it. The harder force make the balls have to separate sooner with that harder force, so it changes your tangent line. Look at Dominic. Look, he's playing it off of it. Well, see, I don't think Steve's going to be trying to cut the 9, and I think you try to get back, draw down table to the center of the table is all your partner. And, you know, I don't know if he wants to try and just draw it back, shoot that gap between the 5-2, or yeah, but definitely won't be cutting the 9. That's a pretty tough shot. I think you just try and draw it to the diamond just outside the side pocket with some left English and let it spin back in between that 5 deuce for the shot on the 9. Oh, he really stroked that ball. He got a hold of it. Got a hold of every bit of it. I like just shooting it, and I mean, just pocket speed. She's going to jack up on it, so I'm going to try and just pop it and stop it right there for her partner to shoot the 8 up in the corner. Don't want to draw it, just stop. One of my favorite shots to shoot of the difficult shots on the table. The center ball, maybe a little bit of right hand English to help keep it from rubbing into the side off of the 5 or something. Nice level cue. I like to imagine the pocket is just a couple inches away from the ball on these, and then hit it with the speed to go all the way down table. Takes a little bit of the hard out of that shot. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we're back. So score still 2-2. Haven't missed much.
Ramil, I don't know if the finals for that 10-ball tournament will be live streamed. Kevin, do you know that? Is that one of the matches that Robin was talking about?
I was just talking to Rick Jones about that, and things can still be moved around, shuffled around, so none of that is really set in stone right now. So it may be, depends. We'll know more tomorrow. I think the finals are scheduled for tomorrow sometime.
The finals of the 10-ball?
For the 10-ball, I think
yeah,
it
I
was
don't know.
tomorrow sometime, I think. I think that's what he said it was. I think it was tomorrow. I don't know. But
so there you have it. She made this nice shot.
No,
she scratched. Oh, man, that was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, you hate to win like that.
Yeah.
That does put the team of Orejudos and Warford on the hill.
Yes, it does. So that means they're trying to get it done. We would like to be able,
Yeah.
all the finals deserve to be streamed.
Yeah, and that's what they try to do. They try to get as many finals on the streaming table as possible. Sometimes finals overlap, and that's going to be the case with. That's probably going to be the case with the Scotch doubles tomorrow. Gold and silver, or two of the division. I don't remember which two it was. Two of the divisions are scheduled for the same time.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Maybe, but they're two different divisions, and sometimes they run late. So maybe it will resolve itself.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Will Totten, how you doing?
Hey, Will.
It's nice to be heard.
Nice to read your words. No. You and Donna should be here playing in this.
All right, Steve, register with the break. Anything go?
Uh-huh.
Okay. They're spread out pretty good.
Yeah, I think I like solids here. Because the 6 ball's off the rail and goes in the side pocket. I don't like the 9-11.
Yeah, and the 4 does go in the upper left, so you could start if you wanted solids, you could start with the 3 and then go across for the 4.
I think does the 14 pass the 12? If not, Steve can still shoot. He can shoot the 10 here.
Yeah, it looks like the 14 passes. Yeah, he could also shoot the 15 if he's so desired. I think.
Like he may just have enough room for that 15.
Yeah, it looks like the 15 would go. Not that that's necessarily the shot I would shoot, but
Yeah,
that's an option.
He's got 3 or 4 options. 3 balls there at least that he can shoot. He's having to close and squint at that. That's pretty tight for the 15, apparently.
Yeah.
He
All
was
right, he's
hoping
ended up in a tough spot here.
he was hoping that 15 would hoe, and it didn't. Well, so do you cut the 12 in? Do you come off of the 11 and try and tuck him in behind, or even if you roll up on the 4, but in with try to get him behind the 9?
Yeah, that's not a bad shot.
Then it opens that up a little bit too. She cut this ball in. Nice shot. Get in there.
Or just
Dingy
hang,
diamond pockets.
or just hang there.
Stingy diamond pockets.
Yeah, that 5 it doesn't go in either of those 2 corners now.
No, but can she get underneath it from the 7
From
here?
the 7, sure.
Or does it go in the other side easier? You clear the 6 and get on it. Shoot the 6, then the 7 to the 5.
Yeah, it's a It's a weird pattern. Then you got to go back up to the 3 and 4, and then back to the 8. And it was, you do what you got to do,
Yeah,
or
now
bank to 5.
I can do that too. What if you shoot the 4 now? He's gonna shoot
Well,
the 6.
you could shoot the 4 now, but you still got to deal with that 5, and it doesn't go in either of those two corners. So banking the 5 is not a bad shot right here.
Yeah, and just roll up for the 6 ball right there.
Mm-hmm.
No, now the 6 is in trouble.
And got him right on that 11-9,
Yeah.
so they can take care of that.
Down, it bumped the 4 out a little bit too, opening up the 9 a little bit more. But Steve's got nice little angle. He can just push forward off of the end. He wants to come up, going to the wider end of that cone there, so that his partner can get the cue ball off the end rail. He needed to hit that a little harder.
This is okay because he can go to the 14 on the side next. So she doesn't have to move the cue ball far.
Yeah, and she looks like she's going to draw it back out. Don't just straight draw this because you can draw it straight back into the corner.
She hooked him. Oh, no.
Well, fortunately, the 12 is hanging in the corner. One thing you first learn about, kicking or, things like that, or
looks
playing.
like that 8 might be in the way.
Lengthen it out a little bit.
Yeah, that's that was unfortunate.
No, you'd have to hit low of the side pocket, like a diamond low, and lengthen it out with some right spin to miss the 8. That path is there. If you don't want to kick at the 14. Steve's called the 12 ball. He's kicking 2 rails at it.
Nice try,
Spun
Steve.
it too much.
Nice try.
Yep. Ball in hand, does the 6 go down the rail past the 3?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Now 5 is still in trouble, so you got some work to do here. So if the 6 goes, start with the 5, shoot the 5, up table, drift over for the 6. Yeah, if the 6 goes, then just play position for that. So, start with the 5. Start with the 5 in the upper right corner, drift the cue ball over to that left rail, and then shoot the 6.
What if you shoot the 6 and slide off for the 3 for the angle to come under the 5?
And then you got to get from the 5 back up to the 4. That's not ideal. So he's going to have to go from the 4 to the 5.
Yep.
Which is okay. He can make it work.
Yeah, but you don't want to get a little center. You don't want to use high ball on this. You can go straight in the corner if you do. Oh, get out of there.
And you called it straight in the corner.
No high ball there.
Start with the 14 on the side, come down for the 12 next, and then the 15 in the corner, and then the 8 in the either in that left side or bottom left corner, depends what angle you get on the 15 from the 12, is one way. And that's probably the way they're going to go.
Yeah.
And because of where that 12 is, I actually like getting the cue ball all the way to the end rail when shooting the 12.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. So what if you shoot the 15 now? You can come off of the 12 with just a little bit of center ball, and
I mean, I'm still shooting the 12 here, because if you shoot the 15 now, then 12 to the 8 that can get really wonky pretty fast. Whereas 12 to the 15 seems a lot easier. At least that's how it seems to me. Now you may see it different.
yeah, I really like playing position off of balls, like, in the hole like that. I have pretty good control of it. So And then he doesn't have to control like drawing back and, you know, get
Uh-oh.
out of there. He didn't have to control drawing it and, you know, drawing her past the 5, and now she's hooked.
And this one I start with the 4, shoot the 4 in that left corner, bring the cue ball down near that left side pocket to the rail and back out.
Steve went to go
towards
get the
the
ball
5.
and he came back with an object ball and not the cue ball. You know it. Sam Rabito walking by. Looks like what she's going to do, she's going to slide down table. Hit low enough that
I would actually move the cue ball towards that end rail just a little bit more, so I can just shoot this with a, so I don't have to draw it so much.
Yeah, because you got to slide it past the side pocket. If you don't slide it,
Whoa, slow down, slow down. That looks pretty good. If he can reach it, this is good.
Yeah.
I mean, if he can reach it, this is perfect. I don't know if he's left-handed.
He's got a glove on his right hand, so
okay,
he's a lefty.
He's left-handed, and this is perfect. He's 5 and 8 in the same pocket.
He's overcut it.
Oh no!
No, this one you just, you know, hit to the far left side of the 12 ball as you can. Let the cue ball just hit the end rail and roll back towards, you know, probably 12 straight in up in the corner, and she's crushed it.
That's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Straight in.
Yeah. All right, Steve, this 8 ball here to make it thrill.
And yep, it does look like every match is going to go hill.
Yeah.
At least it has so far.
Oh, don't jack up on it, Steve.
Yeah, you should just the level cue, just roll it in. He didn't want to roll it in. He wants to fire it in.
Fire in the hole. Fire.
Fire. All right, hill.
Thrill.
Since Linda Carter's in the house, we gotta say thrill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's over there playing some divorce troubles with Michael. Isn't that what she called it? Divorce troubles, Scotch doubles. Mm.
All right, Tammy Warford with the break.
Crushed.
Oh, I thought that one was going to knock the cue ball away, but nope.
And look how open they are. Ball in hand.
Yeah.
You like solids? You start with the 1?
I like solids.
Starting with the 1.
So you're watching Gold Division Scotch doubles.
Yep. So your Fargo caps for your divisions, your
Yes.
platinum Scotch doubles is $11.50. Gold is $10.25, and your silver was $900.
So they just they were just a few points too high for silver.
Yep. And your elite division for the singles, that's the one that anybody could play in, but it had a little higher entry fee. But if your Fargo rate 625 or above, you're in the elite division. So that would be you. But you can't play. Everybody else,
I'm busy.
everybody else in the singles went into a pool together, and they were divided up by their Fargo rates. Yeah, and if you're watching and wondering and seeing people wear things that you've never seen them wear at this tournament before, the dress code for the Western BCA has changed dramatically right before this event. They put together a new dress code committee, and what they were going to allow, and what was, what they thought was okay and what wasn't. And yeah, you're allowed to wear T-shirts now. Don't have to have a collar. You can't have profanity, no holes, stains, things like that. Used to be where you couldn't wear a sports jersey or something like that. Even if it had a collar on it, you had to go and. Yeah. So they've really relaxed the dress code here.
Nice shot there, Steve. So, yeah, Becky's gonna have to try to float this cue ball right down in here for this 7. This could be touchy. She's overcut it. Oh, don't scratch too.
No, hang.
Corner hook. Oh.
John says 620 was the cutoff for the elite. Maybe they changed it. The flyer that they put out said 625. So that's where my information for that came from.
Do you have to be a Western BCA member to play in that?
Yep.
So I double can't play. I'm working and I'm not a member.
That's all right. Guaranteed money.
All right, so with ball in hand, where do we start? I kind of like starting with the 12, and then from the 12 go to the 10, and then work your way around from there.
Well, you can go from the 10 to the 12. It needs to be a little straighter than that, because otherwise you're going to draw into the 6.
Nice shot. I thought he was lining up to shoot in the side.
Well, he's following. You could get go from the 15 to the 11. The 11 will put you on the 12. You have to come high. You have to be on the high side, or this right hand. What's the right hand side of the 11 ball there?
All right, 15, come across for the 11.
Yeah, that'll work too. I kind of liked the 15 for just in case ball, because you always, I mean, that can always be your out ball too with where the 8 ball is.
No, well, you can get there from the 9. You can draw across table from the 9 to the 12.
That's what she's gearing up for.
No, she's shooting to 14.
Is she? Oh, yeah, she is. Mm. Okay, so you cut the 11 in the side and you drag 2 rails out of this upper right-hand corner pocket and back down table for the 12 ball.
Oh, watch out, side pocket.
Mayday!
All right.
That's
ball
not
in,
it.
Yeah, ball in hand, and it's like Dominic is. Or no, not Dominic.
No,
Steve.
Dominic just scratched.
Yeah, it was Dominic to scratch. So yeah, Steve register.
With the ball in hand.
Start with the 7 ball. Drag cue ball up table for the 6.
Yeah, don't try and, shoot the 6 straight up and get your partner short side on the 7. You don't want to.
No, you definitely start with the 7. Because then the 6 to the 8 is real easy.
No, or even get short side of the 6. The 6 is off the rail a lot there, more than a chalk's width. Let her just shoot the 6 up, up in the corner and.
You could do that too.
Get off there and let her get an angle to. This is hill here, so.
Yeah, this is pretty straight in. She's going to have to just draw straight back to like around where the cue ball is now and just take the longer shot on the 8.
Yeah, if you can get to the opening of the side pocket, that's nice. Lets him cue at the ball. Because if you end up, oh, you're good. I just find everybody keeps ducking under this camera. It's funny when the girls walk by who aren't tall enough for it to catch them anyhow, and they still duck.
And then James DeVee walks by and doesn't duck at all, who's like 7 feet tall.
Or Chris Byers. All right, let's take your time here, Steve. Put this ball in the hole. Oh, no.
Oh, he's going to tie it up?
Yep.
Maybe. I think it goes.
Yeah, we got to.
Yeah, I was looking at the other
cutting
angle.
the 9.
Yeah, I was looking at the other angle. I thought it looked a little easier from the 9 to the 12, but from this angle, it doesn't look quite as easy as it did from the other angle.
You could slide off of it and run right into the 8.
You're going to have to just go just past the 12 to the rail and back up. Well,
just plain safe.
Okay. Well, she didn't like it, so all right.
How are we playing safe here? Then off of the 8 and put the cue ball over to the end rail. The other side of the 8. She's trying to hook them on 12, and she's done that. But she's pushed that 12 way out in front of the hole now. A lot easier for Dominic to get her shape here. Back cut the 9 and send the cue ball
that
3 rails.
That 8 ball is just barely blocking.
It's a little more than just barely.
I mean, you could, in fact, I'd probably swerve that 12 then before shooting at the 9. Or even just a slight jump. I don't know. I think I'd be shooting at the 12 before the 9.
Bank the 9 and draw the cue ball back.
Oh, boy.
That's for the match. I think I like that shot. You bank the 9 over at the pocket where the 12 is and draw the cue ball back for the 12.
That's a good shot. I like that shot.
I'm not ball in hand on the 8 for the match. They're not making him shoot it.
They're not making him shoot it?
Nope.
They're not making him shoot it?
Match
All right,
over.
they're all shaking hands. That was Steve Register, his team.
And Becky Way.
Becky Way defeats Dominic Orejudos and Tammy Warford. Warford, yes, Warford, sorry.
Kevin and Sherry Ross, Railbirds Productions. We'll be back shortly with another match.
Yeah, this was a A-side match. They're not defeated. They're not out. All right, we'll be back soon.